Welcome everyone. Ever noticed how a simple image or symbol can communicate complex ideas or emotions? Today we'll delve into the semiotic approach to understanding these powerful tools in communication. In today's session, we'll examine basic semiotics, key differences between signs and symbols and their roles in communication, application in daily life from art and media to personal interactions, theoretical frameworks provided by Peirce, Saussure and Richards. 4. Case study to visualize the discussed theories in practice. Semiotics is the study of how signs function in society. It decodes everything from simple conversational gestures to complex brand logos. It also explores how meanings are constructed and communicated, influencing our perceptions, decisions, and interactions. A sign is anything that conveys a meaning beyond the object itself. It links directly to something it represents, whether intentionally like a traffic light or naturally like smoke signaling fire. Unlike signs, symbols have a deeper complexity. They carry culturally assigned meanings, often abstract and rich, evoking emotions or ideals. Consider words as prime examples of symbols. Understanding signs and symbols helps us decode the world around us. For example, when you see a red rose, you might immediately think of romance. This association isn't a natural, inherent meaning of the rose, it's a cultural assignment. Semiotics is the study of how personal experiences and cultural context shape our interpretation of signs and symbols. It is a fascinating process called semiosis, where meaning is created. In Western business settings, the thumbs up gesture is commonly used to sign approval or agreement. However, in parts of the Middle East, this gesture is considered rude and offensive. An international business person using the thumbs up gesture during negotiations in these regions must be aware that it could inadvertently create tension of misunderstanding due to the differing cultural interpretations of the symbol. As you think about that, we move into discussing how semiotics applies in various contexts, from art to media in daily interactions. Art is a rich field for semiotics analysis because artists often use symbols to convey deeper meanings. For instance, consider Renaissance art where symbols play a pivotal role. The lily flower in many Annunciation scenes, such as those by Leonardo da Vinci, symbolizes purity and strategically placed between the angel Gabriel and Mary. Symbols permeate all forms of contemporary media, from films to advertisement and TV shows, where they subtly convey complex messages. Directors and creators often use symbolic objects or colors to deepen the narrative. For instance, consider the poignant use of the red coat in black-white Schindler's List. Similarly, the films of Kieślowski like Blue, Red and White strategically use colors to symbolize different themes: liberty, equality and fraternity respectively, linking colors not just to characters but to profound societal ideas. In my favorite film, Dead Poets Society, Ney Perry, a boy forced by his father to abandon his dream of acting, stands before a window shortly before taking his own life. On his head, he wears a thorn crown, part of his costume for his role in Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, which assimilates Christ's crown of thorns. By using this symbol, the filmmaker underscores the profound message of suffering endured in the pursuit of remaining true to oneself. Beyond art and media, semiotics is deeply embedded in our everyday communication. From traffic signs to emoji symbols guide our behavior in interaction constantly. Consider emojis, once just fun additions to text messages, they now carry significant communicative weight. These examples show how pervasive and influential symbols are in our lives. They shape not only how we interpret art and media, but also how we interact with the world around us. Having discussed semiotics' practical uses, we will now examine the theoretical frameworks that help us analyze and interpret meanings in communication. Charles Sanders Peirce was an American philosopher who developed a triadic model of the sign which is foundational in semiotic theory. Peirce defined the sign as something that stands for something else to someone in some capacity. This model consists of three interrelated parts: sign, object, and interpretant. Let me explain it using the example of traffic light. The sign is the traffic light itself. In our example, this is the red light. The object is what the sign refers to. In our case, it is the command to stop. The interpretant is the understanding that the viewer gains from the sign. For a driver seeing the red light, the interpretant is the realization or understanding that they need to stop. Peirce distinguishes between three types of interpretants. Immediate interpretant is the recognition that the traffic light is red. Dynamic interpretant relates to the driver's decision and action to stop the car in response to the red light. Final interpretant indicates a broader societal understanding that the red traffic light means all drivers must stop. This triadic relationship makes it clear that the red traffic light is not just a physical object. It is a crucial component of road safety, guiding driver behavior through its symbolic meaning. Next, we turn to Ferdinand de Saussure, a Swiss linguist who pioneered the dyadic model of the sign, which he divided in two components: the signifier and the signified. The signifier is the physical form of the sign, like the word tree, while the signified is the concept it evokes, such as the mental image of a tree. Saussure emphasized that the link between signifier and the signified is arbitrary and varies across cultures, which is essential for understanding how symbols are interpreted differently around the world. For instance, in Western cultures, owls often symbolize wisdom and are used in marketing for educational products. Conversely, in many Middle Eastern cultures, owls represent bad luck or death, making them unsuitable for marketing there. This disparity highlights the need for cultural awareness in global marketing to ensure messages are appropriate and effective. Building on foundational theories, Richards developed the semantic triangle to elucidate how words convey meaning. Here's how it breaks down with the example of the word rose. Symbol word, the verbal form such as the word rose. A referent thing, the actual object, which is in our case the flower itself. Thought or reference, the concept or idea associated with the symbol, which might include the rose's color, fragrance, and tones. This model demonstrates how words do not directly relate to the objects they represent, but through the concepts or ideas people associate with them. Finally, the semantic trap occurs when the same word, like bank, is interpreted differently, leading to miscommunication. It can mean a financial institution, the side of a river, or a place to sit, showing how word meanings vary with context and cultural interpretation. After exploring the theories of Charles Sanders Peirce, Ferdinand de Saussure, and Richards, let's dive into a practical application with Nike's Just Do It campaign to illustrate how semiotics can powerfully influence marketing strategies. The Just Do It slogan by Nike employs symbols of athletic achievement and personal perseverance intricately woven into the brand's identity to evoke determination and success. According to Peirce's triadic model, the slogan serves as the sign, the concept of perseverance acts as the object, and the triggered motivation in the audience is the interpretant. Let's discover some semiotic elements in the campaign. Colors. Nike uses bold colors like black and white to emphasize the intensity and focus of athletic endeavors, conveying strength and determination. Images. The campaign features images of athletes from various backgrounds embodying the message of pushing beyond limits. This aligns with Saussure's ideas, showcasing the signifier, the athletes, and the signified, the concept of athletic achievement. Text. The slogan Just Do It acts as a powerful call to action, resonating as a symbol across different cultures and demonstrating the shared understanding that language and symbols can create. Using Richard's semantic triangle, the campaign slogan Just Do It represents the symbol. The idea of pushing beyond limits serves as the referent, and the concept of determination and overcoming obstacles form the photo reference. This framework helps explain how the slogan transcends direct representation to inspire through its connotative. Despite its inspirational message, Nike has faced ethical controversies leading to backlash. This situation exemplifies a semantic trap where the slogan Just Do It conflicts with the public perception of Nike's corporate actions. It's as if the public is responding with Don't do it. It's not just highlighting the perceived hypocrisy. Highlights the practical implications in real-world settings. I encourage you to explore further and find your own examples of how semiotic principles operate in various contexts.